What up, guys? Frequent Saber here. Back with some more one. This one, right? That's a little bit loud. I have a controller for my amplifier now. Sweet. So happy about that. Having a controller is so convenient. When I wake up, it's already well past noon. I come to a realization that after looking at the clock on my bedside table, my room is bathed in shadows, and I can hear rain beating against my window. It's raining? That explains why it's so dark. I crawled out from under my blankets, gently shaking my head to dispel the lingering drowsiness. I trudged over to the window and pulled back the curtains. Shh. The scene revealed outside my window is exactly what I expected. The city is shrouded in gloomy clouds, making it seem like early evening or night despite it being the middle of the day. It's the first rainfall of the year. I clearly remember the last rainfall of the previous year. It was December 24th, on Christmas. The four of us had so much fun horsing around. Though to be fair, it was the three of them that caused the most of the commotion. Though it was only 10 days ago, it yet feels so much longer. I mean, it was technically last year. I closed the curtains, muffling the sound of the rainfall. What will I do today? I slept long enough that I should be hungry, and yet I have zero appetite. Wrapped in an indescribable feeling of emptiness and melancholy, I end up getting back into bed. Only my eyes move around my room, falling on my calendar. 1999. It was a brand new calendar Yukiko brought back for me from her workplace. It's a wall calendar that displayed 3 months per page. I wonder if it still be around to flip around the calendar to the next page. Thus, like that, I idly passed to my sluggish, sleep-riddled mind. The tumultuous events of the past year didn't seem real to me. What's so different? What's separate this year and the last? I can't hang out with those guys from class right now since it's winter break. That's really the only difference. But once the new semester begins, it'll be back to school again. My everyday life, full of revelry and craziness, will once again resume. It'll be the same as last year, trivial and tedious, but also fun and exciting. That's how it's supposed to be. Wait, was? What am I saying? I heave a deep sigh, loud enough to not be drowned out by the pounding of the rain outside. Knock it off. I feel even more depressed than I might have otherwise from being cooped up in my room. And at times like this, I need to go out and do something fun to distract myself. With that thought in mind, I drag myself out of bed. Let's get something to eat first, and then head out alone, right? Let's see, where am I at? Oh, I know where I'm at, okay. Maybe I'll go to the arcade by myself. I'll change out of my pajamas while I come up with a plan before leaving my room. I quietly shut my door, doing my best not to wake Yukiko, who's most likely still asleep since she's on vacation. Seeing as the rain shows no sign of abating anytime soon, I grabbed an umbrella from the umbrella stand and walk outside. The rain is far heavier than it seemed from my bedroom window. Maybe it changed to a downpour while I was getting ready to go. At any rate, I began heading downtown, which is my original goal for the day. I should probably find something to eat first. Then I head to the arcade. I look up past the edge of my umbrella at the menacingly heavy clouds, telling of constant rain. It's cold. Colder than usual. After eating both breakfast and lunch at a fast food joint, I head to the arcade. But despite the crowds of people who've long grown sick of New Year programs on TV, I don't see anyone I know. I end up hanging around until I spend all the money in my wallet, but I leave without bumping into a single friend or acquaintance. After killing the afternoon in the arcade, I head back home feeling depressed. I drag my heavy feet behind me, tormented by the irritating sense of uneasiness that won't go away. My shoes are soaked through the rain, my cold feet adding to my discomfort. Unable to figure out the reason behind my gloominess, I trudge through the residential streets, hidden beneath my umbrella. When I look up, I realize I'm standing in front of the empty lot. The bare ground is being beaten by the constant rain. A lump of concrete that's been abandoned here, forgotten. And then, Akane. I see a young girl enveloped by the falling rain, her pink umbrella held at an angle. What are you doing here? But I stop myself before I finish my question. She's waiting for someone. For her long-lost childhood friend. On Christmas of last year, is what she told me.
Kouhei.
She turned her gaze in my direction when she hears my voice. No, I was just passing by.
Game center no kaeri desu ka?
How did you know that?
Nantonaku desu.
Yeah?
Akemashite. Omedetou gozaimasu.
I guess it's our first meeting of the year, huh?
Hai.
Then, Happy New Year.
Hai.
And so we stand there, our gazes forming the only connection between us. Aren't you cold, Akane?
Samui desu.
Or you're gonna get sick.
Hai.
She looked into my eyes and nods slightly. You should go home. Her gaze never wavers, and she doesn't respond. She's waiting for her long-lost friend. I'm sure there are other ways to find this friend of yours besides waiting out here. I mean, there's no guarantee he'll even show up here, right?
これだけなんです。
Her frozen lips tremble.
私ができることはこれだけなんです。
Why's that? In the wintry rain, her words accompanied by her white breath are full of grief. You have no idea he'll even come back, right? She shakes her head slowly. The falling rain forms ripples into brown puddles on the ground.
あいつ傘持ってなかったから濡れると風邪ひくからそれだけです。
Hearing her speak those words, I feel like I suddenly understand everything. The feeling of uneasiness has been plaguing me ever since that rainy day last year. I'm waiting. Like seeing fresh piles of snow outside your window when you wake up in the morning. I'm waiting for someone. All I felt was sadness. That's right, on that Christmas day, last year, I was sad. By the time, I had no idea why I felt that way. I didn't understand the basis of my own emotions. I'm hopelessly in love with Akane. And that's why I felt sad. That's why.
ごめんなさい。
As I walk away, I hear her words alongside the falling rain. I had no idea who she was apologizing to. The rain ended up falling all through the night without stopping. Then what do you do, dude? When the girl you like is waiting for another guy. You're like, oh my god. Do you wait with her? Then that's... I don't know. Dang, we don't got an umbrella. Stop hurrying me. That's how you get soaked in the first place. And I don't want to join you. Despite the impression I might give in my heart, I'm okay giving up. You're hopeless. You know that? I lean down and begin running as fast as I can. It's not long before I catch up to Nagamori, but quickly pass her by. Only because I hate getting wet. I shout back without turning around as I continue racing in the direction of our school. I hear her desperately calling my name from behind me. Then the sound gradually fades into the distance. Phew. I feel better having made it this far. I can hear footsteps rapidly approaching from behind me. Oh, Misaki! I turn to see Misaki running in through the front doors of the school. That's my favorite girl. Did you forget your umbrella this morning?
Kouhei-kun?
She turns in my direction, brushing raindrops off her uniform.
Ohayo, Kouhei-kun.
Yep, morning.
雨、 嫌だよね。いっぱい濡れちゃったよ。
She grumbles, clearly annoyed, as she takes her handkerchief from her wet bag and begins patting herself dry. Not much you could do about it, especially since it started so suddenly. There's no mention of any rain during the weather report this morning. If there was even a chance of it, I would have at least brought in a fold-up umbrella or something.
本当だね。あ、でも走るのは健康にいいよ。
Never ends up getting sick.
それもそうだね。
It seemed like she's having some second thoughts.
あ、じゃあそろそろ行くね。
Yep, see you around, Misaki.
バイバイ、浩平くん。
She waits before walking off down the hall. Just as she vanishes from view, I suddenly hear heavy breathing coming from behind me. Nagamori? Yeah.
ひどいよ、浩平。
I think honestly, we're near the end of the visual novel. I think Nagamori and Kouhei, they had the best chemistry. Nagamori used to be my favorite girl too, but I like Misaki more. As a heroine, personality, character, I like Misaki. But chemistry, Nagamori got good chemistry with Kouhei. She got the best chemistry with Kouhei. And you're really slow, Nagamori.
浩平が早いんだよ。
Should we go?
靴履き替えるから待ってよ。
Well, I guess I'll go on ahead then.
浩平。
Yeah, right. Wait for her. Yeah, I know. I'll wait for you. So hurry up. Oh, see, dude, she looks so happy. Good grief. This is what always happens. Childhood friends. Can't live with them, can't live without them. Hang on a sec. I'm waiting.
もういいよ。浩平？
I heard you. Let's go. I head in the direction of class. Nagamori trails behind me. I walk down the hall. The floor is speckled with drops of rain here and there. Finishing 1 year, one after a year. Sir, it's only been 6 months, not a year yet. Maybe 7 months. Yeah, 7 months. It's half a year. Almost as soon as we walk through the back door, we already enters to the front. His voice echoes loudly, causing the students to scatter about the room to quickly return to their desk. The two of us quickly separate and to head to our respective seats. Once everyone has settled down, Beardy gives a pronounced cough, getting everyone's attention. Then he proceeds to flip through his attendance book like usual. He goes down through the list, using one fat finger to keep track of his place, searching for empty seats. His gaze and finger pause at the same time. I follow his gaze and see that Akane's desk is indeed empty. He mutters quietly, like he's talking to himself. Well, he really is. Then he scribbles something down in his book. He closes his attendance book with a loud snap and goes to leave the room. He muttered to himself once more before heading out into the hall.
里村さん、どうしたんだろう。
As soon as Bearded leaves, everyone jumps up from their seats scattered around the room, including Nagamori, who immediately walks over to my desk. I'm sure she's just late or something.
でも里村さんが遅刻なんて珍しいよね。
And yet it seems like she is today.
里村さん、休みなのかな。
How should I know? There's a chance she actually got sick. That's what I think at least.
でも、茜が休むってのもめったにないけど。
What the fuck? That's true. Hey, what are you doing here, Yuzuki?
そんなの当然じゃない。親友として茜を心配してるのよ。
Hey, is she just skipping her school entirely? She skipped her school for like 2-3 weeks already. That's not what I mean. What are you doing here?
いたらいけないの？
No, you shouldn't, obviously.
暇だったのよ。
You can't just come here because you're bored. When did you even get in here to begin with?
ホームルーム始まる前からいたけど、あの担任何も言わなかったよ。 よ。
Bearded really need a new pair of glasses.
気づかなかったんだね、きっと。
Oh. Oh! Wait a minute. Oh, dude, I could have put my camera here this entire time? Okay. How's that even possible? Especially when she's wearing a completely different uniform. I just noticed the camera fits here. It doesn't cut off the text, I think. I don't know.
不思議よね。
You're not allowed to say that.
せっかくだから授業を受けていこうかな。
You should leave immediately. I'll point in the direction of the hall.
でも1時間目の先生が来るまで外に出るなって。
I can assure you his instruction didn't include you.
ひどいよ。
I'm not going to be nice to you, so just leave already. Don't bother, it's not going to work.
あれ？
She catches sight of the person sitting in front of me and cries out in surprise. What's wrong?
ほら、この人この人。
Yuzuki points at Nanase, who poignantly ignoring us in an attempt to not get involved, and starts shouting frantically. Wanda.
ほら、前に言ったでしょ。他校の人が歩いてたって。はあ、
What?
この人よ絶対に。は
Oh my god. She sighs, remaining seated with her back to us. I sympathize deeply. She goes here.
あ、そうなの？
She's transferred here, which is why she still wears her old uniform.
そうなんだ。私も転校しようかな。
I kinda like Shiko. Shiko is cute, dude. Don't even think about it. It'll be bad luck.
どういう意味よ。
Exactly what it sounds like.
あ
At any rate, you need to leave before our first period teacher shows up.
あ、わかったよ。それにしても、茜もひどいよね。せっかく幼馴染が久しぶりに訪ねてきたのに、休みなんて。
It hasn't been that long, you nutcase. Especially since she's basically stopped by to see Akane practically every day.
じゃあ、またね。
With that, she reluctantly goes to leave the classroom. Just then, I randomly remember something Yuzuki said. Childhood friend. That's right, Yuzuki is Akane's childhood friend. Stop her. Stop her, right? Okay. Wait, Yuzuki! The realization leads me to stop her from going, despite wanting nothing more than that.
ここにいていいの？
Depending on your answer, it's not out of the question.
ん？
Can I ask you something?
何？
Come with me out to the hallway.
もうすぐ1時間目が始まるよ。
This won't take long.
すぐって言っても、あと1分もないと思うよ。
If I'm not back in time, just pretend to be me.
そんなの無理だよ。
See ya. I lead Yuzuki out into the hallway.
ちょっと引っ張らないで。
I bring Yuzuki out into the hallway. There's something I want to ask her. If she's Akane's childhood friend, then that would mean Yuzuki is her childhood friend too.
それで何の相談？お金の都合以外なら聞くよ。
What? What did she say? Are you repeat? Where's my mouse? Let's see. Repeat.
それで何の相談？お金の都合以外なら聞くよ。
Okay. She's cute as fuck, dude. It's about Akane.
お金？
You're her childhood friend, right?
自慢じゃないけどね。
That's apparent enough. When did you guys first meet?
幼稚園くらいかな。
God dang, dude. Over 10 years. In that case, I have one more question. Akane had another friend, right?
もう一人？
She tilts her head to the side, seemingly in thought. I didn't get their name, but if they were Akane's friend, then I'm assuming you knew them as well.
誰？
Are you serious? That's what I'm asking you. Akane's other childhood friend.
知らないよ。他に幼馴染なんて。
What? You're lying.
私は正直者で通ってるんだけど。
What the hell is going on?
無視しないでよ。
You really have no idea who I'm talking about?
本当にないよ。
What does this mean?
でもね、茜の幼なじみだからって私が絶対に知ってるとは限らないでしょ。
Yeah?
それは確かに私と茜は幼稚園からずっと同じ学校だったけど、でもクラスが一緒のことってあんまりなかったから、お互いのクラスメートとかはほとんど知らないよ。
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I see. I understand.
それがどうかしたの？
It's not important.
これで私は教室にいてもいいの？
Yeah. No, get the fuck out of here. No way, you need to leave right now.
嘘つき！
I said it all depended on your answer.
激しい！
You're the one breaking the rules by being here.
せっかく貴重な情報を提供したのに。
You did nothing of the sort.
じゃあ私はもう帰るね。
I'm impressed of how complaint you're acting today.
茜が来てないのならあんまり楽しくないしね。
Damn. Go already. Right now. Go home.
またね
Don't come back.
ー。そうだ。
For some reason, she's coming back.
ごめん、教室に傘忘れちゃった。取りに行ってもいいかな？
Fine, but just grab it and go.
ありがとう。
She heads back inside, gets her umbrella, and walks out into the hall.
じゃあ今度こそ帰るね。
I ignore Yuzuki, who's waving at me with a smile on her face, and am about to return to class when suddenly...
家は出たんですか？
ああ、それは間違いないそうです。
I hear spot Beardy having a conversation with a first period teacher at the end of the hall. Based on the hushed voice, I can tell the conversation is about to get something serious. I subconsciously stop and try to listen on what they're saying.
それはいつのことですか
8時過ぎだそうです。
里村さんは徒歩ですよね。だったらとっくに登校しているはずですけど。
They're talking about Akane. And by the sounds of it, she left her house a while ago.
ただの遅刻ならいいんですけど。
じゃあそういうことでお願いします。
はい。
It seemed like their conversation is over. I rush to hide myself behind a pillar in the hallway so Beardy, who's walking this way, doesn't see me. There's a window next to me. The falling rain beats against the pane of the glass. Wait, rain? I think I know where she is. Go look for Akane. I have a bad feeling about this. Actually, it's more certain than a feeling. I'm ducking out early today.
おい、折原。
I jump out from behind the pillar and run past Beardy without stopping. I race down the hall and down the stairs, taking them 3 steps at a time. When I reach the bottom, I glance out the window right by the landing. The wind is so strong that it's causing the giant trees in the courtyard to sway side to side. Heavy rain pounds violently against the window pane. It's an unseasonably strong storm.
あれ？折原くんも帰るの？
As I approach the main entrance to the school, I find Yuzuki. I'm going to look for Akane.
え？
I run through the main entrance, wet with rain and mud, and head outside, leaving Yuzuki behind.
そんな格好で外に出るの？
She calls after me, sounding worried. There's no time.
だったらこれ持って行っていいよ。
She hands me her umbrella.
傘くらいはないとね。
Are you sure?
事情はよくわからないけど、茜のためなんでしょ？だったら遠慮なく持って行って。
Thanks. I got the umbrella she's holding out to me and runs out the front door of the schools. I feel like I can hear Yuzuki cheering me on from somewhere behind me. I run through town, Yuzuki umbrella helping to keep the rain off my body and out of my eyes. I run out slowly down, without slowing down, passing by various people who shoot me confused and curious glances due to my unusual appearance. Hope I'm not too late. The wind's howling. I can tell it's picking up in ferocity. By the ominous way, it seems to be growing louder. It's strong enough that the rain is practically falling sideways. It's slowing me down. I race to the puddles that cover the sidewalk, making no effort to avoid them. The freezing rain soaks through my shoes, making my feet wet and increasing my sense of uneasy trepidation and disquiet. The rain gets in my eyes, covering the world around me in a blurry, wet screen. The street I'm so used to walking every day to school is now blocking my way. Though the umbrella manages to help at least a little. What? Am I just wasting my time? Am I prolonging my own misery? I shake off my self-deprecating thoughts, forcing myself to run as fast as I can. Then, the residential neighborhood is dripping wet. And yet there's a specific spot in the middle of everything that remains the same as always. The same spot where I first met Akane. Is she here? She must be, right? Everything is so blurry that I can't tell. Maybe it's better if she's not here. But she is. Akane is standing there. Her umbrella is nowhere to be seen, and her hands hang limply to either side. Akane! I can't see her face due to the heavy raindrops falling down on us from above, obscuring my vision. Akane! I had no idea if she could hear me, but I fervently pushed forward, forcing my way across the muddy ground as I raced to her side. As I make my way through the heavy swamp-like mud, I slowly close the distance between us. I get the feeling that Akane is trying to speak, her lips just barely moving. Akane! What are you doing here? I shout her name, close enough now that I can reach out and touch her. Akane! Hey, Akane! Pull yourself together! She looks up at me, her gaze unfocused and distant. Akane! She suddenly slumped forward in my direction, like a puppet whose string's been cut. Akane! Akane! I repeatedly shout her name as loud as I can, like I'm trying to draw her back from the brink of unconsciousness. But there's no answer. Her body, left helpless and weak, feels as cold as ice from being out in the incessantly falling rain. I hug her tightly, her pulse so weak I can't even feel it, as I repeatedly shout her name until she loses consciousness completely. I knock on the door to my own room as quietly as possible. There's no answer. I'm coming in. I hesitate for a moment before turning the knob and slowly opening the door. How she got PJs? Oh, she got pajamas. Where do you get the pajamas from? Oh, hit the mic. The pajama is pretty cute. You awake? Oh, did my knocking wake her up? Akane simply looks at me standing there in the doorway without giving an answer. She doesn't seem to understand what's going on. You collapse into empty lot. I explain what happened, trying to remain as calm as possible. But she stares up at me, not moving even an inch. Her eyes are dull and lifeless. This is my room. I wanted you to take you back to your house, but I had no idea where it was. I know it's messy, but hopefully you can put up for it for now. Oh, she's looking around. She finally moves her head. She turns away from me, her eyes taking an unfamiliar room around her. Her gaze moves over the pile of clothes she's been wearing and stops. Just so you know, I'm not the one who changed your clothes for you. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it before, right? That I live with my aunt? I asked her to help you get out of your wet clothes. I couldn't let you stay dressed the way you were. The pajamas you're wearing also belongs to her. Dude, his aunt perfectly fits Akane. Perfectly. Perfectly. Alright. I figure I'll leave your uniform here for later. This should make her pajamas maybe a little bit baggy. Or I don't know. I placed Akane's now clean uniform on the chair in my room. You could go ahead and dry them for me as well. Okay, well, I'll give you some space. Oh wait, you're not cold, are you? She looks sad. She slowly shakes her head from side to side. Great, I'll be downstairs, so if you need anything, just give me a holler. She nods. Feel free to use my bed until you feel better, okay? See ya. I turn around and open the door again. just as I'm about to leave. By the way, she slowly turned her gaze back to me. You were dumped.
はい。
Damn. Her voice is faint, enough that it can easily be swallowed up by even the slightest sound. I step out into the hallway, leaving Akane alone. I feel like I can hear her crying, even through the closed door. I can't stand it, so I walk away. Damn, dude, she's been dumped. I sink down into the couch into the living room and stare blankly at the ceiling. My mind is a mess, full of all kind of thoughts. But for now, I'm just glad that Akane is okay. I suddenly hear the sound of the door to the living room opening. Akane is standing there, wearing the uniform, so I'm used to seeing her in. You feel okay now, Akane?
はい。
She nods weakly, but with more energy than she had earlier.
大丈夫です。
It's pretty late. You could have slept a little longer if you wanted to. I look at the clock and see it's a little past 3. Our 6th period class just finished. Mom called both the schools and your parents. So don't worry, she told everyone that you were feeling slightly under the weather. I'm sure Akane's parents were relieved since the call come from a woman.
迷惑でしたよね。
Next time you feel like passing out, maybe do it closer and when it's not storming out.
はい。
Because carrying you all the way here was really tough.
どうやって運んだんですか？
In my arms, of course. Just kidding, you could go meet me with the car.
ユキコさん？
But yeah, my aunt. I managed to catch her on her way to work.
今は
After changing you out of those wet clothes and throwing them into the dryer, she left. You should probably thank her the next time you see her.
ありがとう。
She murmurs quietly, bowing her head. I didn't do anything.
ありがとう。
Damn, dude, she's crying. She raises her head and faces me directly. Then she looks at me straight in the eyes, and I realize she's crying. Akane?
本当にありがとう。
She makes no move to wipe her tears on her cheeks. She just looks straight at me, and then she smiles. Smile. CG? What? Oh, what the hell? Did it draw CG for smiling? Dude, it's February. What the hell? What kind of cliffhanger was that? What period ends? Let's see, what was that? Oh, okay. And today is Saturday. In other words, that means our school has come to an end without incident. I have the rest of the day to do as I please. Everyone's busy making plans with each other. I stand up myself, thus having decided what I'm going to do next. Hang on a minute, Akane. I catch up to her at the entrance to the school and call her name.
何ですか？
She stops, her hand still reaching for a locker, and turns to face me before replying. Wanna go on a date?
デート？
She repeats the word, clearly puzzled. I mean, it's Saturday after all.
嫌です。
She answered without a moment hesitation. At least hear me out before you make your decision. A meet-up point. Meet-up point, right? Yes. How about we meet in that park?
どうだと言われても困ります。
You really don't want to?
嫌です。
In that case, is there somewhere else you prefer?
どこでも嫌です。
When did you become so cold? Look, I'll be waiting there, okay?
行かないです。
Well, if you don't show up, then instead of meeting you for a date, I'll just take a walk around the park by myself.
はい。
But I'd really like it if you showed up.
嫌です。
I have a silent yet exasperated sigh. I wasn't expecting her to say yes, but hearing her say no so empathetically is still pretty upsetting. Just in case, I was thinking we could meet around.
嫌です。
At least let me finish my sentence.
嫌です。わかりました。どうぞ。
2 p.m.
はい。
She nods.
でも行きません。
Well, like I said, if you're not there, I'll go for a walk by myself.
はい。
I'm heading home so I can get changed first. See ya.
さようなら。
Oh yeah. I wave and Akane does the same response. I go straight to my locker, throw my jacket on and head outside.
待って。
She calls out to me and I stop. What's up? I turn around, tapping the toe of my shoe against the ground to help it get in place on my foot.
どうして私を誘ったんですか？
She nods somewhat hesitantly. Because I like you, I think.
行きませんよ。
Well, if you don't show up.
散歩ですか？
Yep. I use my finger to adjust the heel of my shoe before once again turning towards the main doors. Then I walk outside. The weather is great today. Looking up at the sky, there's not a cloud in sight. I feel like it's been forever since I saw the sky this blue. I take a deep breath in as I give a big stretch. Then I sling my bag over my shoulder and start walking home. I toss my bag into my bed and dump my uniform on the floor. I take a lighter shot from the hanger of my closet and put it on. I shove my wallet into my pants pocket and I'm ready to go. I give my pocket an extra pat just to make sure my wallet is actually inside. I think I'm all set. I open my bedroom door and head down the hall, then I go downstairs. A date with Akane, huh? But there's no chance she's gonna come. The worst part is, I can say that with confidence. Even Akane herself seemed put off by the idea. Still, I want to know for sure how Akane truly feels. I grab a pastry from the kitchen cupboard and scarf it down. I toss the empty wrapper in the garbage before leaving the house. Damn, he's gonna get himself dumped just to know how she feels? I sit down on a park bench and check on the time. 1:30. There's still time. I look up at the blue sky and give a big stretch. Dude, it's raining! I sighed the 10th time as I stare at the ceiling, watching the clouds drift past the large gap of the roof. It must be windy, huh? There weren't any clouds a few hours ago. I sigh again and check my wristwatch. 2:30. I figure as much. I grumble to myself. I sit down on the same bench I found with Akane last time and wait for her. The cold wind feels like a knife slicing my skin as soon replaced by a warm, somewhat humid breeze. The clouds spread out across the sky, seem to multiply, becoming denser. My gaze drops from the sky to the park itself. The students who've been... Oh, am I covering anything? I'm covering some words. I guess. Yeah. I guess that's why I don't want to put my camera there. So... Here we go. What was saying? The students who have been in the park enjoying their Saturday afternoon quickly duck underneath a nearby overhang, perhaps sensing nothing good coming from those menacing clouds. She's not really much of a people person, I guess. Drip. A drop of water falls into my hand, which lies folded on my lap. Drip. I instinctively look up at the sky, and a raindrop lands on my face. What bad luck. The rain begins falling steadily, and as I continue watching, the drops themselves growing increasingly larger. Eventually, it becomes impossible to make out the individual drops. Rain showers down, leaving the ground and benches soaking wet in the blink of an eye. I continue watching the park, the atmosphere of which had changed in an instant from the same spot. A few folks left in the park immediately scattered, looking for somewhat dry to wait out the rain. I'm the only one left. Wait. I continue to sit there, looking pathetically miserable, like someone dumped a bucket of water on my head. What the hell am I doing here? I look at my wristwatch to check the time, but the face obscured with raindrops, making it impossible to read. If only the stupid bench had a roof or something. I mutter to myself, as I do my best to wipe off the rain from my wristwatch face with my shirt. 2:50. I managed to just barely read the time before it once again obscured by the constant rain. Drop land on my hair, dripping down the strands to form puddles on the concrete ground. Damn dude, wait! I sit there on an open air bench, the freezing cold rain beating down on me as I wait for someone who I have no idea would even show up. If someone were to ask me in that moment why I continue to rate given the circumstance, I'm not sure what I would say. I can't speak for anyone else but myself. But it looked pretty ridiculous right now. Sitting in this empty park, getting rained on, waiting for a person who has no intention of showing up. She has no intention of showing up. Which is why, when I initially see the shadow of the figure through the curtain in the rain, I think my eyes are playing tricks on me. Because there's no way in hell she'd be here. And she made it clear she wouldn't come. That's what I assumed. Did you come to the wrong place?
合ってます。
Akane walks over to me, holding her trademark pink umbrella. Why'd you come? You made it clear that wasn't going to happen. She's sitting next to me, holding out her umbrella so that it shelters my body from the rain.
傘持ってないと思ったから、風引くと思ったから、それだけです。
Yeah? The person standing next to me. I look at her through the filter of rain. You seem pretty wet for someone with an umbrella.
走ったから。
She pointedly refuses to make eye contact, instead calmly watching the rain fall as she speaks.
走ってきたから。
Good grief. The umbrella is pointless if you're that wet anyway.
そうですね。
That's where I see a faint trace of her smile on her lips. If you do stuff like that, you're going to pass out again.
その時は浩平が
Oh
ま
shit.
た助けてくれます。
Damn, dude. What would happen if I passed out too?
そうですね。
Don't give me that. I get up from my spot on the wet bench and stand directly in front of her. I don't know what to do with you, but her gaze remains fixed on the ground.
私はバカですから。
You truly are.
はい
She nods before looking up at me. Akane,
はい。
thank you. We're coming to see me. We're choosing to see me.
いいんです。私は振られたんですから。
She stands there by my side, umbrella in hand, beaming up at me with a bright smile, something I've never seen her do before. Thank you. I repeat my words of gratitude once more, because that's how I truly feel. Should we call it a day? We can't exactly go see a movie like this.
はい。
I'll walk you home then. What's wrong, Akane?
こんな時普通は傘を持ってくれるものです。
Come to think of it, you're right. She shuffled aside to make some space for me in the somewhat cramped quarters under her umbrella. Though our height difference inevitably complicates things. Sorry. I take the umbrella from Akane's hand. She looks up to my face. What's wrong? Her hair, wet from the rain, cling to her head and the side of her face. Water drips down her body as she stands there, fragile and vulnerable. And then she looks up at me, her eyes shining bravely. She looks so adorable in that moment. My heart overflows with love.
こんな時普通はうつむいてくれるものです。
Come to think of it, you're right.
はい。
Holding the umbrella in one hand, I bring my face close to Akane's frozen lips. She stretches up to her toes as high as she can to meet my lips with hers. Then, kissing CG. We share our first kiss. Her lips, wet from the cold rain, felt even colder than I expected. I feel her hot breath escape my mouth between her lips as she says something to me.
どこにも行かないですよね。
I want to nod in agreement, but I also want to shake my head at the same time. I want nothing more than to reassure the person I love, but wherever exists, knowing what awaits me, wherever exists here, I remain frozen, unable to even nod in response. What day is it now? Oh, they're gonna go through the thing? Yeah, this is when they talk about how he's gonna disappear and stuff, right? Or not yet. Did they do that already? I don't remember. I hear the sound of my curtains being yanked back, followed by dazzling bright light piercing my eyelids. The light refracted from the window sparkles vividly in all the colors of the rainbow. It's March, which according to the calendar is spring. But more than that, the palpable warmth in the air makes the world feel like it too. It's so warm, in fact, that it makes yesterday's cold feels like a dream. I quickly change into my school uniform and sling my bag over my shoulder. Then I turn to face the bright blue sky and take in a deep breath. Just then, I hear footsteps rushing up the stairs in the direction of my room. And my childhood friend who doesn't understand boundaries bursts through the doors like always. As if on cue, that sound brings about the start to another peaceful, boring yet happy day.
以上が学期末試験の出題範囲だ。特に今日配ったプリントは重要なので、しっかり勉強しておくように。
As if on command, everyone in class immediately looks down at the printouts in their hands. The room is filled with the sound of shuffling papers. Then the bell rings, signaling the end of 6th period.
それでは今日はこれで終わり。
Our teacher proceeds to leave the room, box of chalk in hand. The room almost immediately erupts into excited chatter, probably because of the warm weather today. It's the best time to make a detour on the way home.
Kouhei.
Akane calls my name as I sit there, gazing out through the window. Pretty nice out today, huh?
はい。
She follows my gaze, looking up at the sky, squinting against the dazzling light.
浩平、今日は何か予定がありますか？
Not really.
どこかに行きませんか？
Sure, I was hoping we could.
はい。
So, where do you want to go?
商店街がいいです。
Downtown, huh? Come to think of it, I remember hearing the girls in class buzzing about some new menu items at the Yamahata waffle place. And I'm sure Akane would love to try them out. I only noticed after we started hanging out more, but Akane's got a serious sweet tooth. In that case, how about we get something to eat from Yamahata Waffle?
はい。
She nods happily, though her expression remains the same as always. Before an innocent childlike smile, a joy rises to the surface. She really loves sweet and cute things. But I knew if I said that out loud, she'd turn away, embarrassed. She really is a normal girl, after all. And though she got a couple of interests that set her apart.
どうしたの？
I guess my thoughts started showing on my face. She looks up into my face curiously, studying me. Come on, no time to waste. Let's make our way downtown. I hurriedly regained my composure and jumped to my feet.
まだホームルームがあります。
It's a pain in the butt, so let's just skip.
嫌です。
It'll be fine. You know how Beauty is. After class, could switch places with Penguins and who wouldn't notice, right?
可能性はあります。
See? So come on, let's leave her right now.
ああ、
Damn.
全員席につけ。
While I wasn't paying attention, Beardy was quietly taking a spot behind the front desk. Crap, we missed our chance.
悪いことはできないものです。
Yeah, I guess you're right.
それでは後で。
With a brief nod, she returned to her desk. Her expression is no longer colored by a sense of deep sorrow. It's obvious she's just by looking at her. It's actually kind of hot out. The two of us are running along, enjoying the warmth of the obstructed spring sunshine.
はい。
We left school and are now heading downtown. Want to walk? I turn around when running in place as I wait for Akane to catch up.
大丈夫です。
She picks up her pace as she runs over to my side. We really didn't need to run, considering the place is probably already crowded when the students are on their way home. add in the new items, menu items, and I wouldn't be surprised if there was a huge line or things were sold out.
売り切れたら嫌ですから。
I get it. I guess we should pick up the pace then, huh?
はい、急ぎます。
With that, she starts running even faster. However, her long braids bouncing from side to side only seem to slow it down. As soon as we enter downtown core, she runs straight for the shop in question, refusing to take her eyes from the prize. Our target eventually comes into view. Yamahado, the waffle store. It was formerly only known to a handful of regular customers, but after being featured in magazines and on television, it quickly became a popular spot for teenage girls. The two of us joined the end of the very long line. We made it.
はい。
Still, I'm impressed by the number of people here.
私たちも人のことは言えません。
That's true.
はい。
Speaking of which, when this new item anyway?
わかりません。
Wait, you're telling me of you, of all people, don't know?
はい。
Oh, there's a poster hung up in front of the store. It's promoting the new items, right? Akane stares intently on the direction I'm pointing. What'd it say?
見えません。
She grumbles sadly. Akane, who's a little shorter than average. She's short. Can't see the menu over the head of the people standing in front of her. It doesn't stop her from making a valiant effort, standing as high as she can on her tippy toes and bouncing up and down the spot.
やっぱり見えません。
Want me to read it for you?
はい。
Let's see. I'm pretty sure they always had original chocolate and almond, right?
はい。
Meaning the new flavors are strawberry and coconut. Along with... Wait, what the heck? At the very bottom of the menu is something mysterious. Just a thought of sugary waffles overflowing with condensed milk and drizzled with honey is enough to make my taste buds cramp.
ふんだんに砂糖。
And apparently the number one choice for sugar addicts. But it seems way too sweet for me.
練乳と蜂蜜。
Hachimitsu. What's wrong, Akane? Her face is lit up with joy. And that's how it seems, at least.
それがいいです。
Seriously?
はい。
She nods. Why don't we play it safe by starting off with something safer like strawberry?
嫌です。
It looks like she made up her mind. Well, if that's what you want, then by all means, go for it.
はい。いらっしゃいませ。
It's finally our turn, and I found myself standing in front of an employee, most likely a part-timer, who smiled cheerfully.
何になさいますか？
Let's see. Can I get 4 that item at the bottom of the list to go, please? A customer service smile freezes on her face as she hears my order. At least that's the impression I get.
かしこまりました。4個入り1箱ですね。
Yeah. It's not long before we receive our order and leave the line.
買えましたね。
Akane happily holds up the bag full of fresh waffles. Now, let's hurry up and eat them. They're way more delicious when it's still warm from the oven. Where do you want to sit? The best place we can sit down and eat them around here is probably the park. Want to walk over to the park?
公平の家がいいです。
Oh fuck! She says quietly while lowering her gaze, hugging the bag of waffles to her chest. I wasn't expecting that. My house? But why? I never would have dreamed she went to go there.
おばさんは家にいますか？
Oh fuck! You can go. It's her day off, so probably.
以前お世話になった
Oh.
お礼を言いたい
Okay,
です。
that makes sense now. Now I get it. So that's why. Okay, sure. The three of us can eat some waffles together then.
はい。
This is my own house. It's a pretty average residential neighborhood. In the middle of the stands of the house that belongs to Yukiko, the woman who takes care of me.
知ってます。
I guess it's your third time here, right?
はい。
The first time was on Christmas last year. The second time was on a cold and rainy day in January. Back then, there's no way I could have imagined feeling the warmth from the sun like this, or seeing Akane smile.
どうしたんですか?
Nothing. It's nothing important. I take off my shoes and step inside.
お邪魔します。
She says politely from the front entrance as she changes into indoor slippers. Want to head up to my room? I glance to the side, urging her in that direction.
はい。
She nods before following behind me. This is my room, as she already know.
はい。
Open the door and invite Akane inside. She sit anywhere.
どこか。
Are you sure about that? Her demeanor seems to say as she takes in the room. Magazines are piling up here and there. Empty bags of chips and other stacks are tossed around here and there, like they're on display at a museum. There seems to be hierarchy of junk that fills my room to the brim. That's a bit of exaggeration, but still. Even I'd be the first to admit that there's nowhere in my room where anyone could sit comfortably. Sorry, it's such a mess.
はい。
In my defense, I haven't really had a lot of time to clean things up.
気にしません。私の部屋も散らかってますから。
She says as if trying to make me feel better, her beautiful lashes covering her downcast eyes. Let's see. Oh right, you can sit on my bed if you want. She suddenly walks over to my bed and sits down. Sit tight, I'll go get my aunt. I'll be right back.
はい。
I step outside, leaving Akane behind. Then I go downstairs to the first floor. Yukiko! Head down the hall toward the living room while calling my aunt name. Yukiko! I wander through the first floor of the house as I try to find my aunt and soul roommate. I start with the living room and then the kitchen. But she's nowhere to be found. That's weird. I have the day off today, so I'll make you something special for dinner. That's what she told me this morning. Why can't I find her? Did she go out somewhere? Or is this a weird game of hide and seek that's waiting to jump out of the fridge? Nah, I'm just being ridiculous. There's no way my pragmatic aunt would do something silly like that. So, where the hell is she? I glance over at the kitchen table and spot a piece of paper on top of it. Something urgent came up and I won't be back until later tonight. Yukiko. As usual, it's hard to keep a busy person down. You'd think she'd at least spend what free time she has relaxing at home. Impressed but also kinda annoyed. I ball up the note and toss it in the trash before suddenly remembering something important. But Yuko said she'll be back later tonight. That means incredibly late or something even the next day. In other words, Akane have this stupidly large house to ourselves. Well, who cares, right? This kind of situation was bound to happen. Might as well tell the truth and be honest. However, that being said, there's one very important point to keep in mind. The possibility that she would think I lied about my aunt being here in order to trick her into coming over while we're home alone. She'll think I brought her here under false pretenses. I don't want her thinking of me like that. What do? I fold my arms across my chest and... Why don't you just show her the note? I fold my arms across my chest and think of a way to get out of this situation. Well, who cares? I finally decide to come clean. It's not like I invited her over with purely devious intention, so there's no reason to worry. With my mind made up, I leave the kitchen. I'm back! Open the door and step inside. She's sitting in the exact same spot on the bed as when I initially left. She's staring sullenly at me as I stand in the doorway. I guess it's been a little longer than expected since I left. Maybe she's worried. My gosh, would you believe I somehow managed to get lost in my own house? I forced a smile on my face as I sit down on the carpet. There's a carpet that looks like wood. Oh, that's how you see it. It's pretty hard finding someone when you have 17 kitchens to sift through. We also had 21 bathrooms, by the way, and 43 toilets.
それで家の方は?
she has, bringing us back to the main topic. Funny story.
はい。
Emergency came up and she had to go. I pick over at Akane. As far as I could tell, she has the same deadpan expression as always.
何時頃お帰りですか？
Honest. I decided to answer her honestly. Probably around 11 p.m. at the earliest. There's also a chance she won't be back until tomorrow.
そうですか。
Her gaze suddenly lower as she speaks. Her expression remains the same. I wonder if she even noticed she's doing that. It triggers a burst of irritation at myself for even thinking that. So, what do you want to do?
はい。
That's actually going to be a problem. I glance around the room as I try to find something to keep us occupied. It's not like we can read a magazine together. And I doubt she's into the same games I am. As my eye wander around the room, they suddenly meet Akane's. That's when I realize something weird. She's sitting on my bed.
何？
Can I kiss you again?
嫌です。
That part of her hasn't changed at all. It's just like when we first met. Hey, Akane, I feel bad asking you this after you walk all the way here, but can we schedule for another day? I promised to tell my aunt you stopped by and wanted to thank her.
ワッフル食べませんか？
She asked, her gaze fixed on the bag of waffles that I left on top of my desk.
冷めたら美味しくないです。
Good point. I guess we could go ahead and eat our waffles first.
はい。
I go get us something to drink. I get up from the floor.
私も手伝います。
She stands up from the bed. Yeah, that'd be great. Two of us head down to the kitchen.
コーヒーと紅茶どっちが好きですか？
I'll go tea. She seems to know her way around my house pretty well, despite having only really been here once before. She says she has a better handle on the kitchen than I do. Tea, please.
はい。
She puts on an apron and opens the cupboard. She takes out teacups, and will place them on the table. Then she puts a bag of tea in each cup as she waits for the water to start boiling. Hey, Akane,
はい。
you really need to wear an apron in order to pour some tea?
はい。
Isn't that kind of a hassle?
気分の問題です。
It doesn't matter to me either way. The water finally reaches a boil, and she pours it into the 2 cups while still wearing the pink apron. Then she places the cups on a tray I brought out so we can carry them back upstairs.
できました。
Great, want me to carry that? They go back to my room with a tray in hand, our 2 cups full of hot water tea. We sit on the floor in my cramped bedroom, sipping tea. I can't make a slurping sound, I'm sorry. This is really good.
インスタントです。
I can definitely detect the secret ingredient.
何も入ってないです。
Want to eat the waffles? I reach for the bag, having suddenly remembered their existence. The stuffed still warm waffle. I stuffed the still warm waffles into my mouth. Then I freeze. Akane?
はい。
She says, her mouth just as stuffed waffles as mine. This is absurdly sweet to you.
美味しいです。
I pride myself on being something of a connoisseur when it comes to sweet, but the level of sweetness in this waffle is ridiculously high. One bite is all I can stomach. I find myself at a loss as I stare down at the waffle, which has a tiny bite taken out of it.
ごちそうさま。
Meanwhile, Akane can easily gobble up the fiendishly sweet waffle with ease. She then takes a leisurely sip of tea. What's your secret of not gaining any weight despite your maniacal love of sweets? Based on how her uniform sits on her body and a little imagination, it's clear that she has an ideal weight, neither too big nor too thin. She's probably embarrassed from how intently I seem to be studying her. She turns her way silently. She looks so cute that I feel the urge to tease her a little more. Going back to what I asked earlier, is it still a no?
さっ きの話。
The whole can I kiss you thing?
嫌です。
Why not?
どうしてもです。
But I really like you, Akane. She lowers her gaze confused. She's blushing.
私もです。
Oh shit. Oh. That's what she murmurs under her breath. And like that, we both fall silent. Oh god, happy Valentine's! Yeah! It's pretty awkward, honestly. Oh fuck. Ah! The silence is suddenly shattered by the loud blaring of my alarm clock.
鳴ってますよ。
She looks away from me towards the alarm clock on my bedside table.
止めましょうか。
Please! I nod with a sigh.
はい。
Akane is closer to it, reaches over and grabs it. Then... What's the problem?
止まらないんですけど。
She sits there staring helplessly at the alarm clock, unsure what to do next. Did you push the button on top?
押しました。
Did you push it hard enough?
一生懸命押しました。
Well, to be fair, has been acting a little bit weird lately.
壊れてるんですか？
I do have a hard time getting up in the morning, even when it's going off like that.
それは時計のせいじゃないです。
But there's no doubt there's something wrong with it. And I was just thinking to myself I should probably buy a new one too.
はい。
Anyway, we need to do something about this right now. Hand it over.
はい。
Nodding obediently, she gives me the clock. Yeah, you really put your heart and soul into something like this. I start banging on top of the switch.
余計にうるさいです。
For crying out loud, why can't I turn it off? At this rate, it'd probably be faster if I just break it. It's been in pretty bad shape for a while now, but it looks like it's finally time to send it to retirement. So long, alarm clock, and thanks to all the fish. I raised the clock above my head before taking careful aim at the floor.
電池抜かないんですか？
I'm about to smash it against the ground, but instead I suddenly lowered my arm, turned the alarm clock around, and removed the batteries inside. It stopped.
これで止まらなかったら怖いです。
Good point. Phew! I'm kinda tired after all that. Heave a sigh and sit down on my bed. That only ends up making things even more awkward than before. So, what are we going to do now? I look over at Akane, who's sitting next to me on the bed. She stares silently at her hands, hold it neatly on her lap. Then she slowly turns to face me.
さっきの話構いません。
She murmurs quietly, her cheeks bright red. What I said earlier. There's only one thing that comes to mind. My desire to kiss her again. That's what I told her. Is it really okay? I press her.
そんなこと聞かないでください。
Okay. I nod before bringing my face close to her lips. Her lips quietly touch. It's completely different from our very cold kiss. This one is warm and kind of sweet. Akane has her eyes closed shyly. Embrace her! I truly love her, from the bottom of my heart, and that's why I want her so badly. I push Akane down into the bed sheets. Damn, dude, they haven't held hands yet. I'm leaning over Akane's body, covering hers completely. She makes no move to resist. Are you really okay with this, Akane? I feel like it's a little late to be asking her this, but a part of me needs to make sure.
私は嫌だったら嫌と言います。
Haha, that's true. As I chuckle softly to myself, I gently touch Akane's body. It's something I never thought Akane might want, and yet here she is, not telling me no. I run my hand through Akane's body through her uniform for the very first time. I can hear my heartbeat beating louder and faster. Being able to touch the body of the person I love, I can't deny how exciting it is. She lets me touch her, albeit refusing to make eye contact as I do, and I find her laid back demeanor to be charming. I move behind her, wrapping my arms around her body.
Kouhei.
She quietly calls to me from directly in front of me. She says my name. I mean, of course she would, yet that's all it takes to fill me with joy. I continue hugging her from behind. Her soft and warm body cradled in my arms is comforting. She then places her hands on top of mine. It's a small show of affection. But I love being able to feel the presence of the person I adore like that as I hug her close to me.
Kouhei.
I grate the memory of this moment into my heart. As I think about her, as I savor the moment of the warmth of the person I love for as long as I can. I'm so happy because of how much I care for her. I want her because I love her so much. Because I love her so damn much, this girl I'm holding in my arms. I squeeze her tightly for a moment, holding her against me. I never want to let go. I want to feel her warmth forever. Is it a scene? That's it. I shouldn't have skipped dinner, dude. I'm so hungry. I'm so fucking hungry. Oh my god, I should have ate dinner. The bell saying the end of fourth period rings at the same time as always. And as if on cue, everyone seems to be simultaneously standing up. In the midst of the chaos, I walk over to Akane's desk, holding one of my usual pastries. Hey, Akane! She stops while in the process of putting her pencils away and turns in the direction of my voice. She remains seated while looking up at me with her usual expression of slight annoyance. Then from inside her desk, she takes out her lunchbox wrapped in a pink handkerchief. I always wondered how she was able to fit that thing in her desk. The inside of my desk is crammed full of notebooks, textbooks, and assortments of printouts that have accumulated over the semester, leaving no room for anything else.
どうしたの?
She asks, clearly suspicious of why I'm standing here while making no move to take a seat. I was thinking, I'm in the mood to eat out lunch somewhere else today.
別の場所?
She looks at me curiously. She can't seem to figure out what I want. What I mean is, I'm kind of in the mood to eat out in the courtyard today. Like last year, I'd add.
中庭.
It was too cold last year for us to actually eat out there comfortably, right?
はい。
So how about it? Let's go.
嫌です。
I'm already in the process of walking away when her voice stops me, and I turn to see her still sitting. Why not?
寒いから嫌です。
It'll be fine. It's already March, right? And see, the sun's shining. I gesture in the direction of the window. She looks out, following my gaze.
外、曇ってます。
Dark clouds had appeared, seemingly out of nowhere, but I had my back turned. Trust me, it'll be fine. I'm sure the sun will be back before you know it. She looks up at my face for a moment before bursting into giggles. What's so funny? I ask her, somewhat annoyed, which only caused her to laugh more.
性格がシーコに似てきました。
Hey, don't say that! We're nothing alike!
多分シーコも同じこと言います。
She stands up from her seat, lunchbox in hand, and an amused smile on her face.
行こう。
Oh, okay. After a brief nod, the two of us walk out of the classroom.
本当に寒くないですか?
Of course.
はい。
She nods, smiling. And I know for a fact that her bright smile is because of me. Seeing it makes me realize once again how blessed I am to be living the ordinary life that I do. It's a normal weekday, not a weekend or a holiday. I'm in my classroom like usual. Excuse me. Lunch break is the same as it always was. as it was yesterday. Other students walked by on either side of me, chatting animatedly about what might be on the lunch menu today. About how I'll probably be yakiniku since we had fried fish 3 days in a row this week. About how they have to ace the test in our next period of math class so they can share homework answers. Incredibly trivial and meaningless everyday chit-chat. There's nothing special about any of it. There may be a subtle difference here and there, but they're almost impeccable as we go about our day. There's a joy that feels almost boring in this predictability. It's March. Graduation will go by without any issues, and the second-year students will move up to be third years. The hallways that would feel a little less crowded due to the marked absence of graduating third years would soon be filled with the arrival of a new batch of freshmen. We walked down the hall, warm from the sunlight filtering through the trees outside, to the main entrance. From there, we go out into the hall courtyard.
靴履き替えないんですか？
Nah, it's fine. I don't think it'll be raining.
はい。
It's a happy life. I have my routine I follow every day. It remains the same no matter what happens. And that consistency brings me joy. At least, until I notice a change in my routine. And I realize eternal happiness doesn't exist. I found myself feeling hopeless. And yet I can't give up. I search for a place that never should have existed. That's when I set foot inside that place.
嘘つき。
Huh? Oh, fuck! Akane voice from right beside me snatched me back into reality.
嘘つき。
She repeats the word once more. What's wrong? I ask, trying to figure out what she means.
寒いです。
She hugs her lunchbox to her chest while looking up at the clouds anxiously.
それに曇ってます。
She looks sadly up at the clouds, the sky, which has at some point in our walk over become covered with menacing clouds. It looks like sky will open up at any moment, sending buckets of rain pouring down.
すごく寒いです。
It's because we're standing still. You won't ride up if you go for a jog. I say assertively, voice taking off brandishly with my pastries. After watching me disapproving for some time, heaving one exasperated sigh after another, she realized a little exercise beat standing around and starts trotting after me, trying to catch up. I slide along the grass into a sitting position on the courtyard lawn. Akane follows shortly after.
ひどいです。
She shoots me a disapproving glance after slumping down the grass. Her expression quickly warms up, which to be fair isn't as significant of a change for her. Don't you feel a little warmer?
はい。でも雨が降りそうです。
She looks up at the dark, ominous cloud anxiously. It does seem that way. I look up at the sky along with her, trying to remember what the forecast said this morning. But I don't think they said it was going to rain. How about we eat until it starts raining?
はい。
Nodding, she readjusts her position on the grass before resting her lunchbox in the lap. I noisily open my wrapped pastries while watching Akane, who's sitting right next to me, untied the handkerchief.
何？
She has filmed the weight of my gaze. I was just thinking how we haven't done this in a while. Sitting out in the courtyard, Akane lunch spread out before us on the grass.
去年ですから。
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
公平。
Huh?
やっぱり寒いです。
The process of eating should warm you up.
やっぱりシーコに。
Don't say her name! It's bad luck.
呼んだ？
Oh god! Too late. She always seems to pop up in the weirdest of places.
ねえ、呼んだ？
Don't worry, no one called you. I snap as definitely as possible. That would be pretty great if she took that as a sign to leave. She suddenly stares straight at me, her expression a mess of emotion. What's wrong, Yuzuki? Joy from everyday existence I always assumed would never end. And yet, her gaze slowly slides from me to Akane, a dubious expression on her face. Just like on that day so long ago. She whispers to Akane in a low voice while keeping her attention fixed on me, breaking the normalcy of that peaceful day forever.
この人、茜の の知り合い？
It happens in an instant. Stop being ridiculous, Yuzuki!
折原くん？
Of freaking course! Who else would I be?
そうだよね。どうしたんだろう、私。今、折原くんのこと。雨。
She mumbles quietly while looking up at the sky as if suddenly realizing.
本当だ！
Yuzuki says, holding out her hand, while also looking upward. A few raindrops that falls into the palm of her hand quickly multiplies in the space of seconds.
さっきまではいいお天気だったのに。
We should probably get back inside. We hurry to get our belongings together before leaving the raining courtyard behind.
ひどい目にあった。あれ？
What's the matter? I stopped suddenly, looking back.
どうしたの？あかね。
She's still in the same spot. She hasn't moved at all, instead simply standing there and staring at the sky as rain falls over on her. What's wrong, Akane? Her gaze remains fixed on the sky, and then her mouth slowly begins to move.
なんでもないです。
Her answer, steeped in uneasy anxiety, seems to be the best she can do. March 16th. It's happening. You're forgetting about him. Take this up.
綺麗ですね。
Akane, who's walking beside me, mumbles quietly. On her way home, the world is cloaked in vibrant vermilion. The passing red clouds in the skies are reflected in the bright crimson windows of the building around us. The road is red. The traffic lights are red. The grass is red. Even the shadows are red. The road is really pretty right now.
綺麗なだけですか？
She asks, looking up at the sky as if in a trance. Everything looks pretty and delicious.
綿菓子みたいだから？
Red? Cotton candy? Yeah. It's a shade of red that corrodes and the corneas. It sinks deep inside until it hits my tear ducts, causing a burst of emotion to wells up inside my eyes. I slowly look up at the sky in an attempt at covering it up. The world looks so vastly different in this perfect 360 panoramic view. From one red side to the other, the ceiling of clouds floats on. That's what he remembers? Flashback? Yeah. Flashback. And then that means we're at the ending, right? After this flashback is the ending. So far, Akane Round's pretty okay. It's pretty okay. I like it. Top 3. Let's see how it ends. Hey, Akane.
はい、
What do you do if I left and went somewhere else?
嫌です。
Yeah?
はい、
The walk signal starts flashing and people begin moving. The sunset is so beautiful.
本当に綿飴みたい。
I haven't had cotton candy in so long.
今度私が作りますよ。
You can do that?
見よう見まねですけど。
Yeah? Then I hope that sometime is sooner rather than later. My eyes are turned upward, watching the clouds slowly passing by, because I'll be on the other side of those clouds before long. My built-up tears stream down my cheeks. I know without a shadow of a doubt. Hey, they never told us because there's no true route. Is he dead? No, right? His little sister died. But why does he go to the other side? Because he made a promise to someone that looked like Nagamori, right? When they were kids? That he want everything to last forever? Eternity? I don't know, let's keep going. I know without a shadow of doubt that the world born from my despair on that long ago day exists on the other side. Is that where I'm headed? And what will happen to me in this world once I'm gone?
消えますよ。
She She points at the crosswalk with an anxious look on her face as the light flashes faster. Yeah, I know. Time is a symbol of transience, proving that nothing lasts forever. The time stops for no one. That's how I always seen it. The 20th. I just noticed the calendar had like a couple. A wedding day couple. I've been awake for a while, but I remain in the same exact position I was in when I initially regained consciousness. I make no move to do anything, instead looking up at the ceiling as I stayed in bed. I hear something, a faint noise, barely louder than a whisper. It sounds like something's hitting the roof, a terrible sound. The sound steadily grows in intensity until it finally transforms into something that's definitely rainfall. The rain begins beating against the window pane from the heavy gust of wind, an unseasonably strong downpour. Not that it matters to me. My everyday life is silently crumbling around me. No one seems to notice the world is collapsing. No, that's not right. This destruction, this vanishing act, is only happening to me. Whoosh. I don't want to make sound effects. I'm too hungry to make sound effects. The rain continues pouring down ferociously. The other world is slowly eating away at my sanity, tempting me with this one, pulling me away from this world. Is this guy a friend of yours, Akane? That was the alarm that signaled the impending destruction of my everyday life. I look at the alarm clock at my bedside table. It's past 8 a.m. On any other day, this would be the time I would have to leave for school. On any other day, this is the time my childhood friend, who doesn't understand boundaries, ripped my blanket from me. But today, there's no one barging into my room without waiting for any invitation. Because this is a stranger house now. It's a house where a stranger lives. All I hear is the sound of falling rain. It's getting to the point where I can no longer stay here. It feels like nothing more than an intruder. I'm just a random stranger who found a spare key under the doormat and let myself in while Yukiko was out of the house. I slowly get out of bed and change out of my pajamas. I do the bare minimum to get ready before leaving. There's nowhere I can go. There is no place left in this world where I'm allowed to exist. I walk down the cold, forlorn hallway, the floorboards creaking under my weight with each step, the layer of dust on the lampshade, the scratch on the wall from when my bed was initially carried into my room. There are things I'm used to seeing every day. There are a sense of nostalgic familiarity, despite my mundanity. There's too much in this world we don't appreciate until they're gone. And I can't even try to get them back, as I effectively run out of time. The sound of the telephone echoes throughout the house, competing with the dull roar of the rain. I found myself standing by the prone, as if drawn there involuntarily. I reach for the receiver before hesitating. I stand there, one arm outstretched, waiting for the ringing to stop. However, it continues to ring, urging me to pick it up. I take a deep breath, grab the receiver, and bring it up to my ear. Yes.
Kouhei.
The voice I hear coming from the other end of the line unmistakably belongs to Akane. Her saying my name reconfirms my own existence.
今日はどうしたんですか?
Does she know what's happening to me? Yukiko is the only family I have left, along with Nagamori, who's been my friend since as far back as I can remember. My very existence, long since forgotten by the two closest people in my life, remains intact within Akane's memory. Though I'm sure it's just a matter of time at this point. What's up, Akane? Did you call because you were worried about me? Asked while trying to affect a light-hearted tone of voice.
はい。
I hear a voice coming from across the telephone wire. The seemingly mundane conversation, albeit brief, fills me with so much joy that I almost burst into tears. Where are you calling from?
学校です。
The payphone next to the staff room.
はい。
I look at my wristwatch and see it's right around time where first period is over, but second period hasn't started yet. Are you on break?
はい。
appreciate you going out of your way to check in on me, but I just stayed home today because I got a cold. I don't have a fever, and no cough either. My appetite is not great, honestly.
そうですか。
Yeah, but it's not a big deal. You should go back to class. I say while trying to end the conversation as quickly as possible. Who are you? I'm preventing hearing her speak those words. So I want to end this before she has a chance to.
まだ要件があります。
What is it?
デートしませんか？
Oh, I never expected you to ask me out. Okay, sure. But it won't be until next Sunday.
今からです。
Now? But aren't you at school?
早退します。
Her tone is clear and firm. It's probably not a good idea to hang out with a germ factory like me.
大丈夫です。仮病ですから。仮病なんでしょ？
You know everything, huh? I sigh into the phone.
はい。
Then do you really plan on leaving school early?
はい。
In that case, I'll take you on the best date of your life today. Despite the rain,
はい。
where do you want to meet?
あの公園がいいです。
Got it. I'm heading there right now.
はい。
Oh! You don't think... No way, right? It's the Arthur that fucked up. In the rain! Before she could say anything else, the line cuts out. Her 10 yen must have run out. I returned the receiver to the cradle, the monotonous disconnect tone droning into my ears. I wait by the phone for a few minutes more, but it doesn't ring again. Akane asked me out on a date. I would have preferred to leave this world quietly without any fuss. In fact, I'm mentally prepared to do just that. But I sling my bag over my shoulder, leave the spare key by the front door, and leave Yukiko house. I walked through the rainy streets holding my umbrella, heading to the direction of the place where I felt Akane warm for the first time. I feel like my throat hurts. Damn, that's some good ass water. It's raining. Just like the first time I came here, the world around me is coated in a film of heavy rain. A pink umbrella floats out of the whiteness, blending into dreary background. Well, the hooky player herself.
仮病より
Oh,
マシ
she's
です。
here. I thought that Arthur was going to do something fucked up, like, make it look like he stood her up or something. And she waits in the rain again. Forever and ever. Birds of a feather, right?
はい。
The curtain of falling rain is too heavy for me to make out her expression. I walk over to her side. I splash through a puddle on the concrete ground as I approach her. Where to now?
商店街がいいです。
Downtown. Good idea. But I'm sure we could find somewhere we can escape the rain for a bit.
はい。
She gives a brief nod. The expression on her face that I'm barely able to catch. It's the same one that she had when she was standing in that empty lot with the rain pouring down. Dude, you know what it reminded me? I remember when I used to play hooky from school. Damn, dude. Well, I'll pretend to be sick? Not sick. Yeah, I guess. Because I just want to stay home and play games. I remember that. That same expression of deep sorrow.
どうしたんですか？
It's not important. But then, whenever I go outside, though, I do have a deep fear. When I used to be in school, I didn't like going in public on weekdays. Because it feels like if I go somewhere like to the mall or somewhere, they're gonna ask, why aren't you in school? Right? And that shit always give me like some deep fear shit or something. I don't know. Because I didn't want to get in trouble. But in that moment, the rain really sucks.
はい。
All I want to do is apologize. And tell her how sorry I am from the bottom of my heart. She knows nothing, and yet she trusts me completely. It being a weekday and raining heavily makes the downtown core seems lonelier than I was expecting. The darkened streets are devoid of people, with the faint light from each storefront giving off a fuzzy glow in the puddles of the asphalt. Our first stop should be somewhere we can get something good to eat. I say as cheerfully as possible in an attempt at dispelling gloom surrounding us.
何にしますか?
She asked while looking up at me. How about burgers? If we go to my usual spot, we could take our time eating some food in a brightly lit restaurant.
嫌です。
She sounds somewhat guilty as she continues.
この格好ですから。
Oh yeah, see? The uniform. She drops her gaze, looking down at the school uniform she's wearing. She's right. It's probably not a good idea for us to go somewhere like that in the middle of the day dressed so conspicuously. How about we get something to go, and I meet you somewhere? A school uniform means no matter where we go, she'll end up standing out in a bad way.
それなら山陽堂がいいです。
Yamahado, you mean the waffle place?
はい。
She nods happily. That's fine and all, but I don't think it'll be enough. We need energy for a fun-filled day that will await us.
大丈夫です。ワッフルは好きですから。
Well, if you say so. I doubt that she really will be fine. But if that's what she wants, then that's what I'll get her. What kind do you want?
後編の家で食べたのと同じのがいいです。
You really want that one?
美味しいです。
Really?
はい。
I'm going with chocolate.
美味しいですけど。
I'll get that one next time.
はい。約束です。
Yakusoku, fuck. I'll be right back.
はい。
Wait right there.
待ってます。
Oh, not the wait. I'll wait for her to nod and agree before I leave. I'm back.
おかえりなさい。
Oh, damn. Okay. Pretty fast, right? I did my best. I went over to where Akane is standing, holding up the Yamahado bag so that she can see it.
はい。
There was no line for once. It was emptiness. I had ever seen that place in my entire life. Now, there's just a problem where we're going to eat this. I glanced around while walking to and from Yamahado, but there were no place to sit. Even if there had been a bench, they'd be way too wet to sit on with the constant rain.
このままでいいです。
Here, you mean standing up?
はい。
In that case, why don't we walk and eat?
はい。
I take the chocolate waffle out of the bag before handing it over to Akane. She stands there silently staring into the bag. What's wrong? I got you exactly what you wanted.
交換しませんか?
She asked me with a smile. What? I freeze.
美味しいから食べてください。
Yeah. She wants chocolate. That means you gotta get the honey, dude. She shoved the bag back into my hand while grabbing the chocolate waffle. Are you for real? I moaned while staring at the bag.
美味しいです。
He smiles at me, encouraging me to dig in. Well, it's not terrible, but it's not. But it's also way too sweet. It's so heinously sweet that even someone like me, who arguably the sweetest tooth of anyone I know, can't stomach it. I heave a sigh before glancing over at Akane, who is clearly enjoying herself. I have to eat this, don't I?
はい。
The doctor told me I need to cut back on junk food.
何のお医者さんですか?
My dentist.
ちゃんと歯を磨けば大丈夫です。
My family physician.
何ですかそれならって。
Fine, fine. I'll eat. I grabbed around items painted in shapes of vivid colors that scream I'm the epitome of sweetness and bring it into my mouth. Munch, munch. Ugh.
美味しいです。
So sweet. I somehow managed to swallow that first bite. I really had to eat this whole thing?
はい。
No matter what?
はい。
I managed this waffle is sweeter than the entire cake. I say, pointing at a nearby bakery. The front window is filled with assortment of colorful cakes atop with candles and playful decorations. They seem to specialize in birthday cakes,
かわいいです。
but most likely incredibly expensive.
公平はいつですか？
My what?
誕生日です。
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's March 24th.
もうすぐじゃないですか。
Yeah, I'll finally be old enough to smoke. Just joking.
タバコは嫌いです。
Tobacco! I'm not a huge fan of them either. We encourage the same mundane chit-chat as usual as we walk through the raining city streets. Still though, the time I spend with Akane is priceless.
ちょっとここで待っていてください。
She just suddenly stops and turns to face me. Sure, no problem at all.
すぐに戻ります。その間に全部食べていてください。
She runs off, splashing noisily through the nearby puddle before vanishing from sight. She probably has to go to the bathroom or something. I'll wait for her to return, doing exactly what she told me to, though I'll make no move to eat any of the waffles. It's only been a few minutes, but it's enough to ignite an uneasy sense of anxiety as I stand there all by myself. I look up only to find the entire sky covered in thick black clouds. The rain showing no signs of stopping anytime soon. Where is she? I mutter anxiously, out loud. The only answer I hear is the falling rain. The only person reflected in a nearby storefront window is me. Akane, what happened? As I stare off into the rainy distance, I pray to catch sight of her. Having eaten the entire waffle just like I promised I would, I ball up the empty wrapper and toss it in a nearby trash can. I can't shake the feeling that she has taken an excessive amount of time, though it's not like I have any idea how long it's actually been. Maybe I've just grown too dependent on her. I know the reason why she's not coming back. There's only one logical conclusion. She has no need to, because the person she was supposed to meet up with has become a complete stranger to her. Someone whose face she doesn't recognize and whose voice she never heard. She has forgotten. Is this guy a friend of yours, Akane? About me completely. Who are you? Fear rises up from the depths of my soul. And my classmates have forgotten about me. My childhood friend has forgotten about me. My family has forgotten about me. Now the person I love with all my heart has forgotten about me. Which means I started running wildly, without fully realizing what I'm doing. I just can't stand here for another second doing nothing. I toss the umbrella I've been holding to the side as I run through the darkness in the direction Akane ran. My shoe, now completely soaked through the waterlogged, feel like leaden weights as I wander through the downtown core in search of Akane. I have no idea where I'm even running to. There's not a soul in sight, and once again reminds me of my own fragile existence. My senses seems to be diminishing. I'm going to disappear. That's what I think to myself. But on the other side of the rainy curtain, the dim street lamps illuminate a figure standing there, and her pink umbrella. The person I care about so much, who I met in that empty lot. The person who means the world to me. I run over to her. Akane! I shout her name at the top of my lungs, loud enough that it can't be drowned out by the rain beating furiously against the pavement. Akane! Splash. I race through a puddle, flinging mud everywhere. I wipe the rain from my eyes as I run to Akane. Her pink umbrella. It slowly turns in the direction of my voice, in my direction. Eyes meet through the curtain of pouring rain. Her gaze is ice cold. It's the same look she had when we first met for the first time in the empty lot. It's cold, but also full of sadness. Akane. I repeat the name of the person I love, like I desperately clinging to her. She looks at me suspiciously. Akane? I can feel my strength draining from my body. Every cold drop of rain, but the street above seems to sap whatever warmth I have left. All I feel is sorrow, more than being forgotten. To see that expression of grief once again on her face, after finally seeing her smile, Just that by itself fills me with sadness. Sorry, I thought you were someone else. I turned around. I can't stand to look at her face any longer. My friend had that same umbrella, so I got confused.
合ってます。
Her voice sounds sad. Akane? I immediately turned back. Akane, do you know who I am?
折原浩平。
Oh, sure. Yeah, bingo.
どうしてあんなことを言ったんですか？
Say what?
人違い。
Oh, shit. A mess of emotion rests in her gaze. A multitude of emotions swirling around each other. And above them all, a deep sadness. It's just that. As I struggle to find the right word to say, Akane lower her gaze and continue speaking.
私があなたのことを忘れたと思ったから。
Huh? Her words catch me by surprise. So much that I'm shocked speechless, unable to say anything at all. We stand there in silence. The only sound is the falling rain.
少し歩きませんか？
She starts moving before I have time to answer. I follow, not wanting to lose sight of her. I remained quiet the whole time. An immense relief that Akane had remembered me until now and still does. But then, to hear her speak those words is too cruel. Did you think I've forgotten about you? We leave the downtown core and head to the suburbs. And when we reach a certain spot, she stopped. The place where I first met Akane.
もうこの場所に来ることはないって思っていたのに。
She murmurs, her words indifferent and detached as she walks into the empty lot. Once she reaches the very center, she slowly turns around to face me.
この世界が嫌い。
She whispers.
この日常はあなたにとって意味のないものなんですか？
Why are you asking me this? That's all I can say.
あなたも同じだから。あの人と同じだから。
She muttered to herself. What do you mean?
この場所で私を置いて消えてしまった幼なじみ。あの人と一緒なんですね。
Disappeared?
はい。
You're saying we're the same?
はい。
In that moment, everything finally makes sense. We're exactly the same. We abandoned our ordinary lives, sought out eternal happiness, and vanished into that other world. I'm not the only one this happened to. Dude! What the fuck? You think this is a synonym or a metaphor? Sought out eternal happiness and vanished into the other world? You think the other world is like heaven? They basically killed themselves to go to heaven. Oh, you can't go to heaven by suicide if you do that. But dude, because his little sister died, right? He couldn't find joy in this world anymore. He changed. I'm not the only one this happened to.
私は幸せでした。平坦とした日常をゆっくりと穏やかに歩む。退屈で変わり映えがしなくて、そんな穏やかな日常が幸せだった。そばにいつも幼なじみがいたから。
Oh, her childhood friend vanished from the world too, and everyone forgets about him.
私とシーコと、そしてあの人、顔を合わせるといつも口喧嘩で、3人で一緒にクリスマスパーティーを開いて、一緒にいることが当たり前で、それが当然だと思っていました。
It's like my friendship with Nagamori. I think to myself.
私 私は幸せでした。だから一緒にいるあの人も幸せだとばかり永遠にこの幸せが続くと思ってた。でも
She pauses, lowering her gaze.
最初はシーコでした。この人、茜の知り合い？シーコがあの人のことを忘れて、それからクラスメートもあの人のことを覚えていなくて、
Just like me.
気がついたらあの人のことを覚えていたのは私だけでした。そして今日と同じ雨の日、今日と同じ場所で私の目の前で
Oh
あの人が
fuck!
消えたんです。
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for my friend who left me behind in this very spot. Now I understand what she meant by those words. I feel so unbearably powerless as I stand there underneath the pouring rain that I can't even speak.
消えゆくあの人を前にして私は何もできなかった。どうすることもできずにただ呆然と
Dang.
立ちすくんでいた。何が起こったのかもわからず。
Yeah, I think the other world, I think that's like a metaphor to heaven, dude.
あの人の立っていた場所で
Because, you know, like the metaphor or whatever, to achieve immortality is the same as people remembering you forever. That's the same thing as being immortal, right? Having a legacy or whatever of people remembering you. But then everyone forgets you, then you truly never existed. Something like that. I think this is like the same kind of metaphor or simile, what do you want to call it?
私は泣くことしかで、あの人が消えると同時に私の中からもあの人の存在が薄らいでいった。それでも私はあの人の存在をつなぎ止めたくて必死であの人のことを考えて、私の中から溶けるように消えていくあの人との思い出を繰り返し誰よりも同じ時間を生きて誰よりも知っていたはずなのに、誰よりも近くにいた人なのに、その人の顔が声が思い出せなくなる。夜眠って朝目が覚めたらあの人のことを忘れていそうで、忘れたことさえ忘れていそうで、それが怖くてずっと苦しんで、私があの人のことを忘れなかったらきっとまた帰ってきてくれるって信じて待ってたのに。そして私は忘れなかった。あの人のこと最後まで覚えていました。今でもあの人のことを話せます。あの人との思い出をあなたに話すことができます。それなのにあの人は
She breaks off once more before forcing herself to finish that painful sentence.
帰ってこなかった。
Childhood friends who sadly parted ways. And now she's being forced to relive the same sadness all over again. It's all my fault. She refuses to let it happen again.
だから
She balls her hand into a tight fist. She exhales a cold white cloud that hangs in the air almost resolutely before she continues.
あなたのこと忘れます。名前も 顔も声もぬくもりも思い出も全部忘れます。
She speaks those words matter-of-factly, her expression unchanging. She stares at me resolutely without averting her gaze, her eyes colored by deep sorrow. I wish that look had been full of condemnation. In that moment, I want nothing more than for her to hate me for my hopelessly selfish stupidity. But there's only calmness in her gaze, and her voice doesn't even the slightest bit of blame against me. That's why. Her words feel like a sharp knife through my heart.
そうすればこんなところでバカみたいに突っ立っていることもないだろうから、かすかな希望にすがることもないだろうから、また悲しい出会いをすることもないだろうから。
She closes her eyes for a moment before opening them once more.
だから
She pauses, her voice trembling.
だから
Her steadfast demeanor trembles in front of my eyes as overwhelming grief swallows her whole. And yet her gaze never wavers. She repeats her words once more.
だからあなたのこと
Oh shit!
忘れます。
The tears run down her cheek.
さようなら。本当に好きだった人。
She then walks past me, leaving that abandoned lot behind. I should have called out to her as she walked away, stopped her from going, but instead, I turned around and walked into the rain, in the opposite direction from Akane. We walk away from each other. I'm sorry. The least I can do is apologize. The last thing I want is to burden Akane with any more pain or grief, because I love her. I love her with all my heart. Dang, dude. I'm wandering through the streets in the freezing rain. I pass someone who gives me a curious glance based on my bizarre appearance. But even that lasts only a moment. In this desolate landscape, their glance is cursory at best before they walk right past. Which makes sense, I don't exist here. Where am I even going? Having left Akane, there's nothing for me to do but quietly wait for that moment when I disappear forever. So I have no destination in mind. And yet the next thing I know, I find myself somewhere very familiar. The place where I lived for the past 9 years of my life. I'm standing in front of Yukiko house. And yet it doesn't look anything like the place I know. It's a place I should know like the back of my hand. And yet the scene before me is bizarre. Furniture and other stuffs are parked in front of the door. A chaotic mess of magazine. A desk with all the drawers missing. A bed that's been taken apart, now a ghost of its former self. A lamp with mercilessly broken bulb. A speaker with cord forcibly ripped out. Textbooks stacks up like old newspaper. And a chair that no one will ever sit in again. The things I see are all items from my room. Objects from my everyday life, left out in the rain. Evidence of my existence. All of which would be unnecessary for Yukiko, who long since forgotten about me. I walk by but the broken remains of my life. Just then I noticed something out of the corner of my eye. The wall calendar that will never have its pages turned ever again. It lays there, one page exposed to the falling rain. It shows in April I'll never get to see, though it's only a matter of time before the pages disintegrate. I whisper my final words, just barely audible, and then it's all over. Farewell to my ordinary existence. Then I walk alone through the rainy streets, without a destination or even a reason for existing. The woods! I wake up from a sleep so deep even I can't believe it. I sit in the wet, soggy ground, sheltered somewhere from the rain by the dense leaves of the growths of the tree around me. The rain has been constantly falling for the past several days, still shows no sign of stopping. I brush back my bang, which had been plastered wetly against my forehead, and look at the world around me. I can see black clouds through the gaps in the leaves overhead. It looks no different from what I saw when I fall asleep. In other words, it seemed like I haven't disappeared yet. But now I understand. My weakened sense of self. There's no doubt about it. I'm disappearing from this world. I put my hand down the soggy ground to brace my heavy body and managed to stand up. The feeling of my rain-soaked clothes weighing me down and clinging to my body is uncomfortable. But if just a few hours left, I'll be stuck with this dreary sky even in my final remaining moments. That's probably for the best. Because if the last thing I saw was a shining sun, I don't think I could leave this world behind. I began walking around, forcing my leaden body forward, my feet dragging behind me, searching for the spot where I'll disappear. The place where I find myself is not one I chose consciously. It's more like I was drawn here. No, I probably did make a decision deep down inside to come here, clinging to my last shred of hope. Want to see her one last time, despite knowing we're nothing more than strangers to each other now. And yet here I stand, regardless. And Akane. She watches me with an icy stare, so full of sadness. Our eyes locked as we stand there. Yo, I need to know for sure. What are you doing here? Her voice trembles as she speaks, her gaze averted, and she's crying. You should at least know your own classmate. I try to sound as cheerful as possible, affecting a tone of immaculate calm. We're in the same class. Oh, she still remembers! She shouts at me and attempts at pushing me back as I try walking closer to her. Her voice trembles, that sad voice of hers, like she's trying to hold something back. Akane? Her slender shoulders tremble faintly. She watches me, reminding me of a small animal shivering in the rain, squeezing her umbrella tightly, burying her feelings within herself, pretending as hard as she can that I'm just a stranger, rejecting me, desperately trying to dam up the wells of tears. Because she was afraid that once the tears started, her pent-up emotion would quickly follow. And when they're finally allowed to burst free, she knows how much they'll hurt her. It pains me to see her like this, but I can't help but feel overwhelmed by resentment at myself, knowing I'm the reason why the love of my life is suffering to this extent. I know what happened. None of this makes sense. How did we get to this point? I think I got you confused with someone else again. Oh! She's crying harder now. That's impossible to hide her tears. It runs down her face, getting sucked into the wet ground, along with the falling rain. You just happen to look like someone I know. See ya. I turned my back on her and started walking off. As I walked away, I hear a voice calling out from behind my rain-soaked back. I immediately stopped. I turn around and I don't say anything either. The silence deepens for a few seconds longer. All I hear is the sound of rain violently pounding against the pavement. The pouring rain seemed louder and harsher than it was a moment ago. Akane's voice breaks the curtain of silence. I have no idea what expression is. Talk? I read a word without turning around. Even though you don't know who I am? Even though I might disappear at any moment? I'm listening. Okay. I turn and walk back to where Akane is standing. She gently holds out her umbrella towards me, inviting me to join her beneath her. Want me to hold it? I take the pink umbrella from her as we stand in the middle of the abandoned lot. Damn, dude. With our back pressed together, we can feel each other's presence through our cold, wet uniform. In the middle of the empty lot, in the place we first met, in that sad, lonely place where the rain continues to fall. Until the last moment, until the very end, we chose to stay together, knowing full well how incredible painful it'll be, knowing that I'll be leaving her to deal with her grief alone. I really am a piece of shit.
ありがとうございます。
I hear a voice from right next to me.
私のわがままに付き合っていただいて。
What do you want to talk about?
クラスメートの話です。
What about them?
大嫌いなクラスメートです。
Yeah?
はい、わがままで嘘つきで自分勝手で子供っぽくて人の気持ちなんか何も考えなくて、それなのにどうして好きになっちゃったんでしょうね。でももうその人はいません。二度と会えません。分かっているのに、理解しているはずなのに、もうその人には会えないって。それでも大好きで、どうしようもなく好きで、それでこんなところに立ってて余計に悲しくなって、渡したいものもあったんですけど。
Why?
今日そいつの誕生日なんです。
Oh fuck! Yeah? I had completely forgotten.
ちゃんとプレゼントも用意したんです。
I'm sure he loved that you did that.
はい。
She nods before continuing in a slightly lowered voice.
でも渡せなかった。
I'm sure he's happy at the thought alone.
でもせっかく買ったのにもったいないです。
I know what you mean.
だからこれはあなたにあげます。
Are you sure?
はい。話を聞いてもらったお礼です。
Yeah? Look down, she's to see her holding something out. It's a small box, wrapped in really pretty paper, topped with a pink bow. It's kind of a mess thanks to the rain. In that case, I'll take it.
はい。
I'll take the box from her, with the hand that isn't holding the pink umbrella. The water has been collecting around the edges of the umbrella, mixes with the rain, falling to the muddy ground and into the brownish puddle. Sorry, did you get it wet?
大丈夫です。
You sure?
はい。
Can I open it now?
はい。
I lean the umbrella against my shoulder so I can use both hands to untie the bow. I carefully unwrap the roan soaked wrap paper, trying not to rip it, before taking out the box inside. I hope it's food.
食べ物。
Yeah, to tell you the truth, I haven't eaten anything in several days. So I hope it's food.
食べられないこともないです。
Yeah?
ちょっと硬いですけど。
My teeth is pretty sturdy. I hope the top of the white box with a soft rustle before taking out the object inside. You're right. This might be a little hard to eat.
はい。
You sure this is edible?
無理をすれば。
You definitely have to try hard to eat this.
はい。
Can I eat it?
できれば食べないでください。
I can see why.
はい。
Since you went to the trouble of giving me something this nice, I need to give you something in return.
お返しなんかいいです。
Are you sure?
でもどうしてもというのなら受け取ります。
In that case, I'll get you something for your birthday.
はい。
When is your birthday?
私の誕生日は
Oh! Fragments of my happy life. going to school every day, repetition of the same boring events. But whenever I look beside me, there she is, looking up at me with that faint smile. We chat about particularly nothing, cracking stupid jokes with the person I love, who I can say I love you too. We first met on a cold, rainy day. We walked together in the warm sun, slowly, enjoying each other's company, and it feels right. And yet, I only noticed after I lost her. Walking together down the road after the rain stops, walking through the city in the lights of the setting sun, is so ordinary, and yet it means so much to me. And I realized how much I truly loved her. And so I'll leave you with this. Oh, his alarm clock is broken. I'm sorry, Akane.
Kouhei.
Her warmth against my back finishes.
嫌だよ。
Without anything holding it, the umbrella is blown away by the wind.
嫌だよ。Kouhei.
The birthday present is likewise exposed to the rain.
どうして
Kouhei is gone.
どうして私を置いていくんですか。どうして一人ぼっちにするんですか。
This is just like before. That day so long ago. I'm in the same place, powerless to do anything. Oh, we're in Akane POV. I just realized that. Well, I guess that should have been noticed. Because he said, to the boy that you could say I love you too. Losing someone who means so much to me. The last bit of warmth we share quickly getting washed away by the pouring rain. Just like last time. But it's not the same at all. Because, unlike last time, I can't stop crying. Damn, dude! Are you crying? No, it's raining outside. Oh, fuck! Damn, bro, that was pretty good. You want to stay for the ending? I guess I should mute it. I don't remember if this was DMCA or not. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played it. I think it is. That's okay, I guess. Akane is pretty good. We gotta see how it really ends. But I think I could say top 3. Top 3. I think Misaki's still my favorite girl. But Nanase or Akane? Which one do I like more? At least for the route. Nanase was like Akane, but in the beginning. Because, Akane is waiting for like years and years for the person she likes to come back. Nanase did that before a whole year. Not, years like Akane. The difference is Akane's, the person she liked never came back. What about Kouhei though? Is it gonna be different? They're gonna have a happy ending. They have to. It's raining. But I don't find that out until after I left the house. I merely made a U-turn, grabbed my umbrella from the stand by the door, and leave for the second time. I already know where I'm going. I have a specific spot in mind. A place where I say goodbye to Kouhei. Last year. It's been 1 year! Whenever it rains, I go there to wait for him, clinging to a faint ray of hope. He betrayed me and broke my heart. But this time, I know it'll be different. That's what I tell myself. I go the same meaningless motions in hopes of a miracle. That Kouhei will appear in that empty lot. I should have faced facts a long time ago, that there's no chance in hell. And yet this is all I have left. Still, a part of me wishes that someone would stop me. I wish someone would tell me he's never coming back, ever. A part of me, I wish someone would tell me that my actions are pointless, a waste of time. Which is why you were dumped. I was so happy. Those simple words saved me. And I was able to start a new life with Kouhei. Believing that my everyday life would never be destroyed in the same way ever again. But then, I found myself same position. standing here once again. Though this time I'm waiting for Kouhei. Waiting for the return of the guy who originally freed me from this place. I stand here once again. Because it's the only thing I can do. And yet...
悪いけど、作業の邪魔だからどっかに行ってくれないか。ここにはな、家が建つんだよ。もったいないだろう、これだけの土地を遊ばせておくのも。周りの土地だって立派な家が建ってるだろう。あれにも負けないくらいの家が建つぞ。
But then, they took away the only place I had left. The only thing I could do. Now all I can do is quietly wait for his return. I try my best to move on in a world without him, trusting that he meant what he said. Spring. Cherry blossom flutter on the trees in the rain. Cold rain falls on the dark cloudy sky as if refusing to acknowledge the arrival of spring. Summer. The beating of the rain sounds like festival drums. Only rain falls on the ground that cover in countless footprints. Fall. Rain falls steadily in glittering silver lines along the ginkgo tree-lined path. Raindrops falls on the leaves that have been trampled into the ground, hiding from the view. Winter. The first snowfall, and more rain. The white ground is broken by frozen drops. And then... Spring again. Spring returns once more. Shiko.
いい天気だね。もうすぐ春ですから。そうだよね。もうすぐ私たちも卒業
Oh,
だし。
dude, it's been, yeah, I guess one whole year.
はい。これでまた新しい学校だね。はい。クラスの人たちと別れるのは寂しいけど。でも、またどこかで会えるからいいよね。そうだ、水香さんとかみおちゃんとか元気にしてる？はい。よかった。最近会ってなかったからね。みんな寂しがってました。嘘でもそう言ってくれると嬉しいな。本当です。ありがとう。そういえば水香さんとは3年に上がってもまた同じクラスだったんだよね。私の学校は3年に上がるときにクラス替えないから。ないの？ないです。そっか、なんか変な学校ね。そう？
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
だって新しい人がいた方が絶対に面白いよ。
That's true too. It's more interesting. It is sad that you have to make new friends all over again, but Shiko's right. It's more interesting meeting more people.
はい。でもさ、クラス替えがないってことは、またあいつと同じクラスだったの？
That guy. The name she should have forgotten all about.
そういえばさ、ずいぶん長いことあいつの顔見ないよね。あいつ。
Something she never should have uttered.
そう、賑やかで自分勝手で。いつも顔合わせたら私に文句ばっかり言ってたけど。
The person I want to be with.
いないと寂しい。
The person I love with all my heart.
私は全然寂しくない。私は
Damn.
寂しいです。あかね？泣いてるの？はい。どうしたの？嬉しいから。約束守ってくれたから。帰ってきてくれたから。
What?
ああ！
Is that him? Oh, dude, that's one of the coolest ending CG. Damn, dude, he came back from the light. She cries in surprise while pointing at something behind me.
やっぱりね。あいつは噂をすれば現れるようなタイプだと思ってたのよ。
I turn around and there he is. Then, with a sheepish grin and embarrassed chuckle, he says to me, "I'm back." And with a huge smile on my face, I say, "Welcome back, Kouhei." The end! Oh, not ending yet.
やん
Oh,
だみ
my
たいですね。
early clap. Where's my mouse? Oh! I squint happily at the dazzling bright light shining down from the pure blue sky. She looks really good on that winter coat in spring. The moment the sky is so clear that it's hard to believe that it was raining only a moment ago. I really wish I could see a rainbow. That's not even a plane marring the azure sky,
それは贅沢です。
she says with a wry grin.
雨が止んでくれただけでも
You know, I will say,
嬉しいです。
I think Akane's the prettiest one though, in character design. At least her CG. I like her CG characters. Her character model sprite's okay. But her CG character model is really cute. You're right.
せっかくのお休みですから。
Our lives don't last forever. That's why the seasons seem to change so fast. Our mundane routine seems to change from time to time. We see those changes because nothing lasts forever. We notice the changes because nothing lasts forever. We are bound by our routines, moving forward while time passes us by. All we can do is treasure the joy we feel in each passing moment.
確か誕生日にお返しもらえるんですよね。
I'm with the person I want to walk through life with. What? You still remember that?
はい、
Speaking of which, when's your birthday again?
今日です。
Oh! What? Seriously?
はい、
You're not lying.
ついてないです。
Then she got the best birthday present ever. You mean it?
本当です。
Really, really?
本当に本当です。
Ah, I didn't get you a gift.
大丈夫です。これから二人で買いに行くんですから。
Dang.
欲しいものも決まってます。
She wants the waffles, dude. The honey one. Don't tell me yes.
あれです。
Anything but that. I'm begging you. I look up at the blue, seemingly possibly clear sky. So blue that makes it seem if a constant rain up until now never happened. We walk down the road together. Hey, Akane, I was thinking, since we're here, we might as well hold hands, right?
嫌です。
No matter where I go, we'll be together.
恥ずかしいから嫌です。
I'll always have the person I love with all my heart. GG's? Dang, you want to hear the ending song one last time? Alright. Oh. Hey, when I clapped, did it break up? Whatever, that's fine. Damn, this song's tight. That was cool, right? I like Akane. I think I'll say my piece afterwards. Let me collect my thoughts so far. Akane! She's a good character. She got a good character design. I like her personalities. Kudirs are rare, dude. We don't have too many Kudir characters. So, what else I like about Akane? I like her story. Her story is actually really good. The character appearances is really good. Damn, dude. You know, now that I think about it, she might have the best route. She might. Let me see more CGs. Because she does have like the most character cast besides Miyu. Damn, dude, there's a lot of good routes. I don't know, Nanase is my top 3 anymore, now that I think about it. I really like Miyu route too, actually. I gotta look at the CGs. Damn, the H scene, dude. I'll take it. The other H scene, an embrace. Dang, dude. This one's really good. She kind of reminds me of Akane from Rewrite, right? Is that her name? Alright, I think that's why I have to like mute. Because this is the real DMCA song. Can I skip? I can't skip. Alright, that's alright. Yeah, mute. I forgot what I was gonna say. I don't know who's my favorite route. Oh, my fucking I scratched my thingy. Wound or whatever. So my favorite character is Misaki still. I like Misaki. Akane, dude, I think, man, her route is really good. I think Akane had the best route. I think favorite ending, Misaki. I think Misaki ending is really good. Well, I don't know. Nanase is really good too, actually. Maybe Nanase had the best ending. I had to look at it again. Miyu ending was pretty good too, though. Best cast? That's tough. I think Miyu had the best cast. Miyu! Not the other girl. The one that says Miyu, not her. The girl that can't talk. Miyu had everybody, right? No, it was the other girl. The other girl had everybody, because she had Nanase and Nagamori. Oh, that's right. Miyu had Misaki. And my other girl, pink hair girl that I really like. I like that cast. Alright, I take that back then. Best cast is the other girl. I forgot her name. The one that likes to eat hamburgers. Because she had Nanase and Nagamori. That's the heroines, dude. That's Jun Maeda heroines. So that was really cool. I think I got it. Favorite route, Akane. I think that's good. I don't know, man. Misaki route is really fucking good too, dude. I just like the ending for Akane. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's new. Dude, I don't know. This is hard to decide. I gotta look at the CGs. I think favorite ending is Nanase for sure. Nanase had the best ending. Because the dude rolled up. And then he rode up in the scooter or whatever. To pick her up. To go dancing. And Nanase waited in her dress. For a year straight. That shit was cool. Alright, I think it's over. GG's. I'ma miss you one. Well, technically we have a bonus route. I could do the bonus route. I do the bonus route when I feel like it. I think the other world. They never really talk about the other world. Right? Or the secrets of this. Is that my girl Misaki?
What?
Yeah, dude. I told you Misaki's best girl. Oh, man. That's, Goku Tamashimi? Is that Nanase? Maybe. Let's look back. That's Sheena. She's the one that says Miyu. Sheena had the best cast. Come on, dude. Nagamori and Nanase. That's fun. Nanase is so fun to talk to. Nagamori is so fun to talk to, too. They're the bestest of friends. I like them. She had the best casting. Sheena had the best casting. Miyu. Her story is pretty good too, actually. She's pretty good. Spell fucking ramen. What's the soba? I don't know, man. It's kind of hard. Akane route was really good. I like it. The casting's fun too. Look. Damn, dude, Akane casting is really fun. Look at these are the two girls. Shiko and Miyu. That's a really fun cast. Well, Misaki's best girl for me. Nothing beats Misaki, right? Yeah, Misaki is my favorite girl. You can't take that away from me. I love Misaki a lot. So, Nanase, best ending. Yes. Best ending? Yes. Nanase is really cute too. Nagamori. Dang, I want to say it used to be my favorite. But that's not really an award, right? I really like Nagamori. I like her, but I want to give her something. Supporting character? Question mark. I don't even know. Not really. She's one of my favorite characters to interact with. How about that? It's her and Nanase. Her and Nanase is like my two favorite characters to interact with. Whenever these two have lines and dialogue, it's really fun. They have really fun dialogue and interaction with the main character. So I guess I get that tie because it's pretty tied, to be honest. Nanase got the best ending for me. Misaki's my favorite girl. Akane. I don't know. I'm hesitant to call it the best route. Dang, to be honest, Miyu kind of had the best route, low key. It's so hard to do a route for a girl that can't talk. Yet they did it so well, right? That's pretty hard. And her story is actually pretty good. About how they actually know each other. From childhood friends. He gave her that notebook. Dang, I don't know, man. I gotta give Akane something. I don't want to give her the best route. She has the best Christmas party. She got the best Christmas party. Yes. And then me, you have the best route. It's my favorite route. Even the changes of ribbons, dude. And Sheena had the best supporting cast. There you go. Everyone have a best. So Nagamori's my favorite character chemistry and interaction dialogue. Nanase is my favorite ending. Misaki is my favorite girl. Akane has my favorite Christmas party and outfit. How about that? And Miyu has my favorite route. And Sheena has my favorite supporting cast. Yeah, every heroine got something. That means it's a good overall game. That's what it is. Now the only thing we're missing is the bonus route. That's the only thing we're missing, dude.
音楽なら私も聴けるね。
I love you too, Misaki. I think that's her, right? I don't remember. Not that one. Whose theme song was this? This is Nanase, right? No, Nanase's Maidenly Dream. Man, this song is so good. Alright. Look at Steam. Yeah, dude. Hey, GG's, dude. Oh, dude, it came out 2023? Oh my god, it's been 1 year. Holy shit. Has it been really 1 year since I played this game? And dude, life is hard. It gets busy. Well, I'm so glad I've actually finally finished it. Hey, this is a good game, man. This is a good remake. I think it's a good remake. Who's the developers? They only did one? At least on Steam. Publishers did. Is this Prison? Oh my god. That's that Prison thing? That's that visual novel I saw in Reddit, dude. This is the hentai prison. This shit's on Steam? Oh, March 25th. I want to read this one. I saw people reading it in Reddit. It's kinda interesting. I don't think I can read that on stream though. That's too much. Whatever, right? This is good. Can we get a happier ending with Nagamori? Damn, dude. I will say that Nagamori has the this is a fucked up route. Why did you do that to Nagamori? Everyone else is so happy. Then you have Nagamori, but she gets sad the entire time. Kind of a jerk. Yeah, everyone loves Nagamori, dude. I wish they kind of rewrote Nagamori route. They could have rewrote her route to make it better. I don't know why Jun Maeda did that. Why did he do that to Nagamori? And then he give Nanase. And who's the other girl besides Nanase? Sheena, right? That's his other character. Really good routes. That's like the only time. Why didn't he NTR himself with Nanase or Sheena? That's Jun Maeda other heroines. Only Nagamori. Will he get another guy touching her? And pretty much borderline RAPE, right? What the hell? What the fuck, dude? That's so weird. You think it's an obligatory fetish? Like he's like, oh man, NTR is big. We gotta add NTR somehow into our game, or no one's gonna buy it. Let's get the poster girl to get NTR. The fucking poster girl! Dude, come on, man. What the hell? She doesn't even feel like... You know, for a poster girl, she didn't have a good ending. The ending was whack. It didn't make up for anything that he did. Like, come on, man. Like, look at the CG. This is the ending. Welcome back. I mean, I guess they're all the same ending, if you think about it. So welcome back. Alright, you got me there. They're all the same ending. I didn't fucking realize that. Damn, dude, they're all the same ending. What the fuck? Alright. Alright, you got me there. They're the same ending, so... You can't say she got a bad ending. Because it's like saying they all got a bad ending. It's just the circumstances are different. Right? Come on, man. This one... Oh. Oh, he didn't even make up for her. He should have been like the best. He should have treated her right. Dude, what's the point of this freaking scene? This scene doesn't make no freaking sense. What the hell? They met since childhood or whatever. And it doesn't seem like it. I mean, I guess they're childhood friends. But we never seen this side of her ever again. We only saw her in the flashback, by the way. A girl that looks like Nagamori. We don't even know it's Nagamori, to be honest. But it's pretty much Nagamori, dude. They had seen ribbons. And then she grants him eternal happiness. They didn't do anything with that. What the hell? It feels weird. This game feels weird. You have to like ignore a lot of the plot holes. And the plot itself, to be honest. You just gotta ignore the plot. You just enjoy the characters. That's pretty much it. You enjoy the characters and the story that they bring with it. Dude. She came into his graduation. She's the best one. Can't tell me otherwise. She's the best one. Dude, she's blind. Why she closed her eyes when I said that? It is true though, she is blind. She's blind, but she's not born blind. She's blind because of a freak accident. She has to get used to it. And then her first time going outside to the real world being blind, he disappeared on her. That's fucked up. That's so sad. This one had a really good one. This is a Christmas party, right? Oh, they hug. The Christmas party. No, this is the Christmas party. What was this scene? I don't remember. I like the hug though. Favorite CG? That's tough. I don't know. I want to pick a Nagamori one because I really like Nagamori too, but honestly, I like this one. I like the hug. The hug makes me happy. Alright, I guess that's GG's. There's one more route technically. It's a bonus route. We could do that later or whenever I feel like it. But that's GG's for now. We officially technically beat one. At least all the main girls, heroines. And yeah, overall, I say it's pretty good. If you like the series, you know, support the devs. $20, I guess. You don't necessarily have to buy on Steam. I know there's a lot of people that have visual novels. They don't like Steam. Because Steam, they give out the worst versions. They like ban visual novels randomly for no reason. They almost banned Chaos Head for no reason. And then they allow like fucking Fuda furries. I don't know. Some Fuda furry hentai game. Like the next day or something like that. And then they banned Chaos Child or Chaos Head. Yeah, Chaos Head. Because I guess the girls are too petite or whatever. It's not even an R18. I guess R18 because of the gore, but he doesn't even do it like that. I don't think Chaos Head even have H scenes, right? I don't know. But yeah, some people have mixed feelings on Steam, so you don't have to buy it on Steam. Maybe you could think of other one. The only one that I know is like, what's the other one? J-List or something like that. I don't remember. I've got the other one, and then I know there's Manga Gamer, but Manga Gamer is mostly hentai visual novels. As long as you buy it, support them. That'd be cool. Only if you like it. If you didn't like it, then it's whatever's. Glad you were on the way, but not. I mean, if you do, then yeah. Go ahead and support them. Maybe we get more remakes. Maybe more. We are getting a lot more visual novels. That's for sure. Visual novels are becoming much more popular in the West. It seems like because they're making more. They're porting more to the West. More than they ever did 10 years ago. So that's really awesome. I hope they keep doing that. And I'll keep supporting them as much as I can. Anyway. That's GG's once. We'll probably play the bonus route later.